Hello and welcome to week 9 of NFL awards. As you all know, if you're watching this, or maybe you don't know, Bench Barber Brand, a guy who used to do these, doesn't do these anymore. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it because why not? I do football stuff, and it's something else for the channel to be other than just predictions every week. So we have week 9 prediction. No, not predictions, awards. So for the first week, we have a One Me My Fantasy Award, which goes to none other than Brock Bowers. I also don't know if you guys can even read the screen. If you can't, it doesn't matter because I'm going to say it anyway. And, he posted up 43 points and made the win. It kind of helped me get the win a little bit, Moving on, we have the game of the week. For me was the Bears and the Bengals. The game was an offensive explosion and, you know, really entertaining. There was some crazy plays in that game, which I'll get onto later. And the Bengals somehow find a way to lose that game. They had an onside kick that was successful, and they still lost. The only thing that's worse than is the Falcons. And you might be thinking, the 28-3 meme, the Patriots Super Bowl loss. No. There was a game, quite a while ago. Dan Quinn was still the head coach of the Falcons then. They're playing the Saints, and Koo, their old kicker, kicked 3 straight onside kicks. First one was called off to a penalty that really shouldn't have been a penalty, and then they got one, and then they got a field goal, still down 8. They got another one, and still lost. They got 3 onsides, still couldn't win the game. That's what that reminds me of. Other than that was a lack of offense rather than a lack of defense. But yeah, moving on, we have the That's Unfortunate award, which goes to none other than Alex. He was coming into Monday with a solid 21-point lead. If I remember correctly, it could be incorrect. I'll probably put it up on screen, the final score, so you can actually judge me if I'm wrong. But his opponent had 2 players left, and he had none. Those 2 players were none other than Brandon Aubrey and the Arizona defense. And any other week, he would have lost this, except for the week that I guess Brandon Aubrey scored 23. But Brandon Aubrey did not have a good day. I think he ended up with 4 points or something, just because he missed that 68-yarder. And he had 4 points. And the Cardinals defense had 18. And the only reason that came to the very last play, sort of, the last drive for the Cowboys, after 2 sacks, which even made it within a point. And it looked like Dak Prescott was probably just going to throw an incompletion. It lands on the ground in the game because it's 4th down. Nope. It goes directly into our Cardinals defender's hands, giving Alex, yes, the other guy is named Alex. You've seen him in some Phasmo, I think. And yeah, he lost, and that was hilarious. I was kind of rooting for it. I was really rooting for it. And it was hilarious, and I loved it. And then for my next award, I have offense, don't need it, which is going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They had a total of 10 points off of a total of 6 turnovers. 6! And they only had 10 points on offense to show for that. They ended that game with 27 points in total. And, and they I don't know. Man, I don't know what's going on with Pittsburgh. Also, is right after their fans had a funeral for their defense. Yeah. Moving on, we have the kicker of the week. And normally this award might be a little harder, but this week it's pretty obvious who's going to win this award. It is Cam Little, who kicked an NFL record of 68 yards, which Brandon Aubrey as I mentioned earlier, almost tied. But because he didn't, Kimlo gets this award. And you could mention like Fairbairn kicked 5, but he also missed one. So if he might have made all 6 and like one of his team that game, I might have considered him, but he didn't. So moving on, we have the Michael Jordan Award, which goes to none other than Kyler Murray. And you don't want to know why? Because he should have stuck with baseball. So I guess he's only part of the way to Michael Jordan. You know, maybe he will go back to baseball. But anyway, next up we have most shocking performance, which goes to Panthers O-line. Oh, I still need that. That has another word in the back. Panthers O-line actually had a pretty good performance against this Green Bay team. It's kind of because they were trying to keep it with quick pass or just run the ball. So Bryce Young was only pressured 9 times off of amount of pass attempts. I'll just put it on screen or whatever. And they only had 1 sack by Xavier McKinney. And besides that, Micah Parsons didn't have a single, not one quarterback pressure. And he wasn't even double teamed a whole lot. I believe it was only like about 25% of the time he was being chipped or double blocked. And he was lined up against left tackle Ikem Ekwonu. I don't know if I said that wrong. I might have said that wrong. Who knows? But yeah, good performance by them, and it gets the Panthers a win. Even though that offense did not look great, that O-line held up against what I thought was a solid defense. And for our next award, we have He's Back, which goes to Ben Johnson. Now I can throw it. Ben Johnson, we might be wondering why I'm saying he's back. It's because of a few plays he made. You know, in Detroit, he was always known for his crazy trick plays, and I fear he is back with those. Because not only did you have Cole Kmet passing the ball, which was almost completion, but it was overturned. I haven't actually seen it, but the fact that he passed the ball is kind of crazy. And then Caleb Williams caught a touchdown pass from DJ Moore, and no, I did not say that backwards. And yeah, you also have Tyson Bagent getting in for a play. And you might think, oh, I guess Caleb Williams, did he get hurt or something? No, he did not. And in fact, Caleb Williams was under center for this play. Caleb Williams takes the snap in shotgun and passes it backwards to Tyson Bagent, who then passes it to him for a 21-yard gain. And so, yeah, that is pretty crazy. And for our final award, we have They Can't Keep Getting Away with This, which goes to the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, that's going to be hard to pick up. The 49ers, how are they 6-3? Their team is absolutely decimated with injuries. And it's not like it's, oh, well, coming into this week, they were really bad. No, they've been injured for nearly the entire year. One of the few healthy starters is Christian McCaffrey, which I believe it might be sucking the souls of his rest of his injured teammates to keep himself from being injured. And he is carrying them to a 6-3 record. I don't know how this is possible, but I mean, good on them, I guess, but I'm really curious to see how long this trend can last. And I hope you guys enjoyed the first week that I'm doing of weekly awards. If you have any suggestions for more awards, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.